Hey guys, so I'm going to be doing a breakdown of the episode 9 trailer. If you guys have probably already seen it, it's been all over the internet all day. I saw it live at the Galaxy stage. You guys can check out our quick breakdown review of that panel earlier on the YouTube channel, but right now we're going to do a little bit more of an in-depth breakdown of that trailer, the teaser trailer for episode 9. So for now, take a look. We're going to hit play right now. So you got Lucasfilm, their logo, Rey's heavy breathing. So I'm going to stop it right away because we open up with that shot of Rey on what I'm going to assume is Jakku. I don't believe they're going to be introducing Tatooine or another desert planet. I think it makes sense that they all go back to Jakku. And we see a shot that really mirrors that shot of Finn from The Force Awakens in that teaser trailer of kind of this open, black open in the desert. So we're going to keep going. She's clearly got Luke's lightsaber as well, which we'll get to in a second.
We've passed on all we know. 1,000 generations live in you now.
So we have this shot. We start hearing Luke's monologue or so over this trailer. Luke probably could appear as a Force ghost in this movie, talking about just the generations and generations of Jedi and how they're passing on their knowledge to Rey now. Rey is that next step in that legacy. We do see the repaired lightsaber. It's hard to see the actual repairs. You can kind of see the top and bottom. She's kind of covering the repaired part, but there's definitely the repaired lightsaber that you see there. We kind of see something of a ship coming in the distance, which we do know is Kylo Ren's TIE Advanced, I believe it's going to be called. We don't know. It's his version of the TIE Advanced, but it looks more like a TIE Interceptor. Very similar to Major Von Regs from Star Wars Resistance, which we touched on earlier in the panel breakdown. But let's keep going.
But this is your fight.
This also mirrors the Phantom Menace trailer with the text. I love this shot here that JJ produced. Is this really nice jib shot as they're going across the desert. You kind of start picking up the ants so you understand what's happening as it's going through. And then Kylo zooms by, the lightsaber lights up. And then we're going to have the money shot in about 2 seconds. So we're going to stop it right there on this Christmas because that's the tagline for all these Star Wars movies now because they're always coming out in December. But that shot of Rey, really great shot of Rey, jumping over the TIE Advance. We don't know if she's going to be cutting it or if she's just dodging it. Really awesome stuff. They mentioned earlier in the panel if Rey would be having any new Force abilities, which they kind of teased, yes, that she would, but they didn't want to delve into it. I would classify this as somewhat of a new Force ability. We've seen Jedi that they can jump and dodge and do things like that, but never to the extent where they can dodge a flying ship like this in a motion like that. I think this is something new for Rey, something a little more acrobatic, which I think is really cool. Really cool shot by JJ. We didn't see Kylo Ren's face in the TIE Fighter. We only saw hands. So we don't know if this is Kylo Ren. It could be a Knight of Ren, which would be really cool. I would hope that by this point, we establish who's good and who's bad. I'm going to assume it's Kylo, but without seeing his face, there's no guarantee and there's no definitive answer on whether or not that's Kylo. Let's keep going. Okay, so we saw that quick shot of the A-Wing flying through. Looks very similar to the planet, one of the ones seen in Rogue One. It's not the same planet, I don't believe. Definitely showing off another location that we're going to be going in this movie. We then see Kylo Ren taking down what appears to be some form of villager, some form of person who the First Order is invading. We see a white stormtrooper in the background behind Kylo. We don't see any of the red stormtroopers. Now, there are no red stormtroopers anywhere in this teaser trailer. However, we know from the leaked poster artwork that there are red stormtroopers. Kylo and the Knights of Ren Elite Guard is going to make an appearance in this movie. I believe they're called the Red Fury. But we don't see any of them in this trailer or in this shot. So we don't know when this takes place. We see Kylo doing some really badass stuff. He's really gone full evil at this point. Although by the end of the trailer, we're going to get into maybe the fact that he might not be evil the entire way through the movie. Let's keep going. Okay, quick stop. So we see that shot of Kylo melding his helmet. That was something we had seen rumored for a long time, that he was going to be repairing his helmet with this red sort of fusion between all the parts. That was super cool to see as well. We then see Poe and Finn. We're going to let that zoom in a little bit more. But nothing we haven't seen already from leaked set photos, concept art, all that stuff. Really love the outfits for Boyega and Isaac here. Really love their stuff. It looks like Finn might be holding Rey's staff in this picture too. Something to note. Really like the look of that. We don't know how much Rey's going to be using her staff. We've seen images with her and her staff. But it looks like Finn's going to be using it at this point in the movie. We see BB-8 and Dio, one of the new droids. Just wanted to note that really quick. And then Lando and Chewie and the Falcon, which we'll get into a little bit more. So, of course, we see Lando returning, Billy D. Williams coming back, taking the Falcon back. Really good to see him in the pilot's seat. He seems really happy to be back in the Falcon. It's been a really long time for him, not since Return of the Jedi. We don't think he's flown the Falcon, which I think is really awesome. One for Billy D and one for just Star Wars as a whole. It's great to see that type of content and to see that type of enthusiasm on a character's face. Really digging that. Good to see Chewie still his co-pilot. It'll be interesting to see what their role is in the movie. I expect Chewbacca to have a pretty good big role. I don't expect Lando to have a huge role, but a significant one at that point. So then we see the skiff speeder bike chase. Finn, Poe, and C-3PO is in on the action, which is cool. That aligns with some of the other leaked posters and concept art we've seen of C-3PO wielding a bowcaster, wielding weapons, kind of getting in on the action. Really good to see that C-3PO is kind of getting a little more input into this last chapter of the Skywalker saga. He's an important part that spanned all 9 films, and he's even made appearances in Rogue One. And Anthony Daniels as an actor made an appearance in Solo as well. So it's good to see some closure for that character and for Anthony Daniels as an actor as the Skywalker saga comes to an end.
We'll always be with you.
So then we have that great shot of the Yavin 4 medal. I hope that we get to see that used in some symbolic way, very similar to how we saw Leia's message to Luke and Obi-Wan in The Last Jedi from A New Hope. Really happy to see that. Carrie Fisher, of course, with Rey. They're probably not trying to spoil too much of her role in the movie because it's going to be very limited, but it's glad to see and hearing Luke's voiceover again. Really awesome to hear that. We're going to get into the money shot, another really big shot here from the trailer, and then we're going to break down the end of it.
No one's ever really gone.
Just going to let it play out. Awesome. So that end trailer, of course, we've got the shot of the entire crew and cast, I should say, looking over the fallen remains of the Death Star. Luke's voiceover saying no one's ever really gone. And then, of course, the big reveal of Palpatine's voice and his laugh at the end. And then Ian McDiarmid took the stage after that panel to kind of confirm the fact that Palpatine's coming back. This aligns with rumors we've been hearing for a while that the Knights of Ren have been trying, and they've been out in the outer reaches of the galaxy, in the Outer Rim, in the unknown regions, looking for a way to revive Palpatine. This is super cool. I don't know what planet the Death Star's on. I don't know if that's been confirmed in canon yet or not. So that's definitely cool. It's good to see all the cast together. JJ talked about during the panel how the cast would be together throughout this whole movie. Really excited to see that. Other than that, I mean, there's a lot we can go into speculation-wise. You've got the fact that Kylo Ren might turn good to fight against Palpatine with Rey. But basically, I just want to do a trailer breakdown. We're not going to go super in-depth of theories, but stay tuned. Maybe over after Celebration's over, we'll do a breakdown on that. We'll definitely talk about it on the podcast later this week with Josh and Zane. I might be guest starring on that as well. We'll have to wait and see. But for now, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the trailer again. This is a little bit of a breakdown of each important scene. And then, of course, stay tuned to the MediaByte all weekend. I'm going to be covering Galaxy's Edge and Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order tomorrow. And then on Sunday, we've got The Mandalorian, Clone Wars Season 7, of course. And then Monday, we've got the 20th anniversary of The Phantom Menace. Not sure if we're going to cover any content on that, but I will be at that panel as well. So expect updates throughout the entire weekend. Again, follow us on Twitter and Instagram, The MediaByte. And then, of course, stay tuned here to our YouTube channel. We'll be keeping you updated all weekend on all things Star Wars Celebration Chicago. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Turn on the post notifications so you know when our videos go live. We have a bunch of podcast episodes as well for you guys to watch, catch up on that kind of stuff. And for now, we'll talk to you guys later.